Edson right here. So another fight week underway. How are you feeling a couple days before your latest fight?
Feel great. It's one more fight week. I think that's gonna be my third fight in UFC. I think the most important, I'm very happy. You know, I really enjoyed the whole process, and yeah, I'm very, very happy.
And, you know, back in the Apex, what are your thoughts on that? Because obviously they need a type of legend or a superstar to headline these events, but at the same time, you know, your last fight in front of a crowd would have been ridiculous.
I'm a fighter, you know. Of course, I love to fight in front of the people, you know. I love to hear the people, wow, whoa. But I'm a fighter, you know. I think the cage, inside the cage don't change, you know. It's still the same. Doesn't matter if you have some people around or not. On the Apex, I have, you know, little people. But I'm a fighter, you know. To be honest, I love to fight. I don't, you know, worry about much the people around me.
And so, you know, I know it doesn't make a big difference to you, but there is still kind of like a business aspect to the MMA game. So if you had a choice, would you rather headline an Apex event or be on the main card of a pay-per-view?
Like I said, for me it's the same, you know. I love to fight. I don't care if it's gonna be the Apex or on the, you know, on the big stage. I'm a fighter. I love to fight. You know, for me it's 50-50.
And so now you fought a lot of great fighters in your career. Next up is Lerone Murphy, another, you know, younger, hungry contender. What are your thoughts on him, and what do you expect from him in the cage?
He's a really good fighter. You know, he showed, you know, he have 6 fights in UFC, but he showed he's one of the best. Of course, UFC don't give him a chance to fight the main event because he's a nice guy. He's fighting the main event because he deserves, because he's really good. It's gonna be a war, like always, you know. Everybody knows every time I step in the octagon, I'm ready for war, and I think Saturday is not gonna be different.
And, you know, I know every time we talk to you, you just let us know you don't really care too much about the opponent. You're not very picky, but with the win here, do you get a little bit more picky? Because I'd imagine you want to, you know, climb up the rankings and not have to just keep fighting these guys that are trying to make a name off of you.
To be honest, I don't like, you know, pick much, you know, because I believe some people need to call some names. I think I don't need, man. Everything that I show for you guys, you know, in 30 fights, I don't need to pick a name. I deserve, to be honest, you know. And yeah, that's what I think.
And so I have just one more question for you. You know, we heard a little bit from Lerone Murphy before, a little bit from Sadiq Youssef, your past opponents, and they say that you're the kind of opponent that they get a little bit of like awestruck in the moment, like, oh my gosh, I'm fighting Edson Barboza. So what are your thoughts on that, and, you know, them having to kind of deal with that a little bit?
To be honest, you know, I don't think about that, don't worry about that. Yeah, to be honest.
Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Edson, you picked up your first main event win in your last fight after going 0-3. How did that feel?
Feel great, you know, especially because I have a chance to fight 5 rounds, you know. I trained for 5 rounds, the other fights, but yeah, I don't have a chance to fight 5 rounds. But this one, I fought 5 rounds, and I love it. Like I said, the more time in the cage, more I'm happy. I'm very happy.
And then before you call it a career, do you have to fight for the BMF title? Because I feel like if there's one BMF fighter in the UFC, it's got to be you. You fought everybody.
You said, bro. Have one guy to deserve to fight BMF title? It's me. Because who's have a better highlight and knockout in UFC than me? Bro. Imagine him fight me. Bro, I love Max Holloway. He's one of my favorite fight ever. I love to watch him. Very nice guy, very family guy. And imagine a fight me against him with the BMF belt. You
Crazy,
know?
crazy.
It's gonna be very, very good for me, for him, for the company. And like I said, man, I have 30 fights. That my next one's gonna be my third fight in UFC. I think I deserve that, man. Well, of course, my focus 100% on the next one, but yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
I mean, I'd watch that fight absolutely. What did you think of Max Holloway's knockout of Gaethje at UFC 300?
Bro, he, like I said, man, I love him. I love to watch a whole fight. You know, he show hard. He's a great striker. He play everywhere. Definitely one of my favorite fight ever to watch, man. I think he one of the best ever. It's gonna be a pleasure share the octagon with him.
Thanks, man.
Like you mentioned, you've been in the UFC now roughly 13 and a half years. Like you said, 30th fight. When you came in, when you were roughly, I'm guessing, 24, 25 years old, did you ever think that you would be in the UFC having your 30th fight and still more to come?
To be honest, I don't look much forward, you know. I do step by step, you know, fight by fight. I'm still here. I'm still the same hungry. I'm still, you know, still keep going, still getting better. And when I look back, I was like, wow, that's I have a beautiful life, you know. I really enjoy it.